morning, whatever it is, if it's afternoon or evening or morning, or even if it is 11s. Today is another craft day. Have I done a craft day before? What did I build? I did build something, didn't I? I did a build of, that's right, the science project. Well, that was for Charlie. This is another build for me because I'm going to a fancy dress party, and the fancy dress can be anything to do with the letter L. I am a sort of person who doesn't want to do anything that's so obvious that everybody's going to do it. I want to stand out. I also want it to be sort of clever. I've had an idea, and it isn't going to be something that I can buy on Amazon, and I wouldn't want to anyway. This is a perfect build opportunity. It's going to need lots of PVA. It's going to need probably something to mark where you're going to be cutting, because I'm going to be cutting stuff with my Stanley knife. And I think this is my old Stanley knife, the one that you saw in that last video. That were on its way out, but this one, no, that one's good. I've also found a massive marker. Check out the tip on that marker. Can you see that? It's glorious, isn't it? Oh, I've got red on me. Perfect opportunity to do a vlog on what I'm going to build. What am I going to build? Have you ever seen The Little Shop of Horrors? That's my link to the L. In The Little Shop of Horrors is our main character, Seymour, who has a plant that turns into a man-eating plant, and that's called Audrey 2. Audrey 2 is what I'm going to go as to the fancy dress party. And here's what Audrey 2 looks like. So there's an image of Audrey 2. You know what? That's a cartoon. In the movie, that's what Audrey 2 looks like. So here's what I'm thinking. The body bit, I'll go in a green shirt or green t-shirt, brown trousers, right? So that'll be my sort of plant pot. This will be my green stalk. Is that what it's? Yeah, stalk. Mabel. Then I'll put some flowers on me. Kind of like, you know, nice flowers. But then the crescendo is a big head. And that's what I'm going to make today. So I'll work out the rest of it after I know that this works. Right, let's get cracking. It's a lovely day outside, so I'm going to do it in the back garden. Right, let's go. Come on, grab your stuff. Let's go. When I start any build, I always get out everything that I might possibly need, and as I'm kind of like getting to that point in the build of going, oh right, okay, I don't actually know what I'm doing, so all of this stuff I actually didn't need apart from the cutting stuff. I eventually settled on this idea, sort of knew that the shape of the head was this, so actually, looking at it in the camera there, in the viewfinder, I noticed it's very big. Let's go back a bit. Yeah, that's huge. This will be funny. This will be funny because it's so big. And then, in fact, I'm probably, to demo it, we'd better doing that first. So that would go here. How is there so many wasps this year? 1 minute. Have you noticed there's so many wasps this year? Sorry, I just had to get rid of it because I'm not going to film whilst there's a wasp hanging around. I'm not Bear Grylls. Ugh. There. Right. Oh, that's not bad. Right, okay, now I can get some balance. Right. Now then, what I'm gonna... Whoa! If I secure the edges of the lower jaw to the upper jaw, just there, then that's fine, because watch this. Comes off, you see. That's it, there you see. Secure the edges that you can see there to the upper part. That nice slots it. Those will be rounded off. Those edges will be rounded off. This is just to keep it in place. So that is what it would look like. That's actually pretty good. Now then, I've just been online to see if anybody else has done this and if they got to this stage and how you would go about doing that. There's this one guy who has built it. Let me just, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, so I'll link him in the description because it's a great build. Here's him anyway, and that's his name. He's done it as a hat. Now then, I can do that, I'm happy with that. This kind of slots in, so it was going to rest on my shoulders, but what I also noticed was, he's done paper mache. Now, the thing is, I'm going to keep it as cardboard, I'm not going to paper mache and then take the cardboard out, but I can go over that with paper mache and create all the little bits. I think what I'm going to do next is tape this bit in here. Yeah, tape it in there so that it's held, and then I can do the paper mache, and then it'll hold even further. Hey, it's all experiments. An hour ago I had no idea what I was going to do, and now I've got a very good idea of what I'm going to do. So, Audrey 2. I'll tell you something else as well. It was very hot outside. I mean, nice, don't get me wrong, it's lovely. But just kind of like trying to work things out in that heat when you've got a bald head. Not great. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to fix it in place. That guy that I showed you, he made the top part into a hat, which is fine. This, what I was going to do was slide that in and pop that on top. But what happens? So I'm going to fix the two together, and then when I work out how that is going to go on, make some sort of hat. I could actually use a hat that I already own, let's face it. But right now, it's just about getting it in place. And then I can do all the shaping. Yeah, all the shaping on. Give me a moment. When I say that, I mean I don't know if there's anything more I can do. Like, that is definitely now in place. It's just a little bit more open than I wanted, and you know what I'm thinking? I just don't. Maybe on this side I can improve things. There, but that's it. I think it's time to really tape this into position and like proper solid tape it into position inside and out, and then I can start cutting away at that at some of the angles. You know, I've got a big problem here though, and it's a sort of massive problem. When I put it on like this, I've got nothing to keep it on. Just goes back. So I can make this, but then I've got to work out how to make it stay. All I have to do now is attach this crown thing with F at the front and back at the back to this. So when I move, it would do that. And I'm thinking something at the sides, something from the back, and like a harness. I'm going to stop there just for now while I sort of work out what needs to happen. But the other thing was, I taped all this up. You can see it's now fairly sturdy, but I will be getting some paper mache around it so that I can start doing the lips, the veins, all that sort of stuff. 3 weeks and 4 days to get this prepared. That's plenty of time. That's plenty of time. I've cut out some teeth. I'm gonna stick those in. I have been thinking to myself, maybe I have to paint them and then stick them in. Maybe I paint the whole thing. No, what I'm gonna do is stick them in, then make sure it all looks good and then paint it up afterwards. If you look at Audrey 2, let's remind ourselves, she has got, or he's got, or whatever it's got, leaves like around the back, like big leaves. I've got some bits of card. I'll get them done. I'll do that now. Right, it's almost done, just a couple of bits. This has taken 3 hours. Remember that guy I said, I watched his video the other day, I think it's Joel. He's been amazing because he taught me on that one video how to make, what is it called? Paper mache glue. Because what you do is you cover this up, and then that's the next bit is painting over it. So that's the next bit. I'm going to be painting over it. Paint, teeth, leaves. Paint, teeth, leaves. Nice. It's like it's moulded together. I guess that's exactly what I was hoping for. Audrey 2 has kind of these lips and kind of sculpted areas. I'm going to do that as well, and I might as well, because I might as well. That's what I'm going to do next. A bit more paper mache. I'm really looking forward to it. Look at it, it's terrific. Morning, or afternoon, or evening, or whatever time you're watching this. Today, the painting starts. I have all my paints. Now this is fortunately all sorts of stuff that I've gathered over the years. The problem I've got is I've not been able to test any of it, so I'm just hoping that I can either mix the colour correctly, or it's already there. Sorry, I'm fully aware that I'm bent over to talk to you because I've set the camera up a bit lower than I thought. I'm going to bring over Audrey now. I made a slight adjustment, or rather addition. One sec. Can you see I've put leaves on the back? As you see this, it's curled over. That is staying there now. I can tell you how I did that. I basically glued the bit, like PVA, used that mixture that I made, on the thing, put some paper on, and then pasted that on. So that is now set, but it's set in that shape. but I thought I'd just give a quick update. Started work on the lips, not finished the lips, but I think that that's now the character. I can now see. All the time I'm thinking, yeah, I'm really happy, but does it look like a thing that you would say that was a thing from Little Shop of Horrors? And now I totally see Audrey too. There are a few superficially bits on the top that I'm going to put on and around the body and decorate the leaves and stuff, but I think this is coming on really nice and I've just got to neaten things up. But I did experiment with a bit of paint on the thing to kind of shade it a little bit in parts. I'm not too sure if that works. I'm probably going to leave it, but I do have some lighter green, and I've got an aerosol which I used a long while ago, and I thought I might just go over a little bit, just to. I can't remember how dark it is though, so I'll test it. Okay, right. I think I'm done for the day. The back, you know, when you ever get a pain in the back of your neck, and it's like a. I had a couple of days off from this because I got to this stage and I was really happy. I didn't want to mess anything up. In that time, I've gone back to the photo that I originally used of Audrey 2 from the movie, just to get kind of like make sure everything was in place. And I'm sort of happy that this is a cartoony version. What I did notice was that there was some nice intricate veins, especially in the leaves, which I was going to do anyway. The head part of the costume almost complete. I just need to work out the how it fits on the head. As I said, I had a few suggestions, and then it occurred to me that this video is already quite long, and I've got a little bit of experimenting to do to get that done. So what I'm proposing is, if this is okay with you, is do this as a part one. I've obviously done quite a big part of the build. The next bit is the flower pot, fixing it all together, some leaves for the hands, that sort of thing. And I think that would make a suitable part 2 with it being ready to wear by the end of that video. Wherever you are in the calendar, keep creating, keep surprising yourself, make yourself proud, and more to the point, let's make sure that this thing actually works and looks good. Do apologise, there seems to be quite a bit of flare on the screen. Oh, that's better. There you go then. That's Audrey 2, phase 1 finished. Phase 2 coming up.